these are the entry time frames you need to, these are the entry criteria you need to look out for. What pair do you want me to use? Type it in the chat box, guys. Someone said GBP JPY, GBP JPY, USD JPY, GBP JPY. Okay, so let's take GBP JPY. So let's go to GBP JPY first. Let me add that to the red list. Okay, so let's go to GBP JPY. Let me clear the chart. So first of all, if you want to analyze your market, if you want to go to the higher time frame to find your buyers, you don't need to go too far to the weekly, monthly. No, you can even come to the daily 4 hour or 1 hour. I start from the 4 hour. I don't even go to the daily. I start from the 4 hour. Mostly I go to the 1 hour. So first of all, let's go into the 4 hour time frame. Let's find the direction of the market. Okay, so overall we can see that overall the market is what, in a downtrend. You can see that overall the market is in a downtrend. Now we have our first confluence, our first criteria. So it's called criteria or confluence. Let me add that so I don't forget. Or confluence. Entry criteria or entry confluence. Criteria. Okay, very good. So now let's go back to GJ. Okay, so we can see GJ is in a downtrend. So right now we have found the direction in the higher time frame. What do we need to look out for? Now we are coming to look for what? The reactive zone in the higher time frame. Reactive zone, clearly everybody can see there's a very, very strong support zone over here. You can see that very, very, very strong support zone over there. The price is touching right now. Very good. So now what do? We go into the lower time frame to find our entry. So going into the 50 minutes time frame. So I'm going to go into the 15 minutes time frame. Then I'm going to find my entry. So in the 15 minutes time frame, market is in the same direction. Market is what? Bearish. In the same direction. And then in the 15 minutes time frame as well, I'm finding my reactive zone. You can see we have what? This support 10 resistance over here. Very, very good. So what am I expecting? Since market is in a downtrend in the higher time frame, market is in a downtrend in the 15 minutes time frame, all I'm expecting is for what? Price to come back to my zone over here. This is a support which has become a resistance, and then I take my sell to the downside. Do you understand? So the last entry criteria or entry confirmation you are going to look out for is your trade confirmation. So that is going to come only when the trade has gotten to your reactive zone. That's when you are going to look out for either your bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing, evening star or morning star. That's all, guys. That's all. So this is how you use the entry criteria or confluences. Okay, so let's take another example and then we move on. Remember, if price touches your zone, don't immediately enter the trade. Wait for a confirmation. For those who know me, you know I always wait for a confirmation before I enter the trade. I never enter a trade without a confirmation. I always wait for a confirmation. With SMC, you are supposed to enter using buy limit and sell limit and other things, but I don't go that way. I use confirmations to enter my trade. That's why I increase my accuracy. Do you understand? I've taught you the confirmations. You can go and watch the video. It's on YouTube. Okay, so this is it. Let me take questions before I take the next example. So guys, you can raise your hand if you have any questions so that I call on you to ask a question. Okay, so Igochukwu, what's your question, bro? What's your question? Igochukwu, you can unmute yourself and ask a question. Yeah, how are you doing? Yeah, good afternoon. The screen? Oh yeah, then maybe it's from your network. Maybe it's from, because it's very, very stable at my. If it was from my network, the Google Meet will be giving me an alert that I should check my network. So recheck your network. Okay. But do you understand the explanation I gave? Okay. Okay, is it the higher time frame or the lower time frame market direction, or just the overall market direction? Let me take the market direction again. So for you to know the market direction, do you understand? For you to know the market direction, you need to know what we call market structure. Okay, what we call market structure. So we have two types of market structure. We have the market structure for the uptrend, and then the market structure for the downtrend. Do you understand? So if market is in an uptrend, if market is in an uptrend, you see market creating what? Higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. This is how you are going to see the market moving. Do you understand? The market is going to move like this. If the market is in a downtrend, you see the market moving like this. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is how you're going to see the market moving. In this downtrend we have, you can see the market is moving in what? Lower, hold on. There's a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. What are we expecting? We are expecting what? A subsequent lower low. Do you understand? So that's how you spot the market direction. Do you get it? So you can take a screenshot of this structure I've given you so that you can practice it for yourself. And when you get conversant with it, you can start spotting the market direction very, very easily. Do you understand that? Mr. Egochukwu. Is Egochukwu here? Okay, it's not with us. Let's move on to the next question. I'm taking two more questions and then I take one example. I take the rest of your questions and then we are done for the day. So, Gideon Saba. Gideon Saba, what's your question? Yes, I'm recording the session. Don't worry, I'm recording the session. Good afternoon. How are you doing? I'm good. Oh yeah, yes. I okay, can you mute yourself? It's like your microphone is giving feedback. Okay, so I did the explanation at the beginning of the session, but this time around, I'm going to use entry criteria to do the explanation. So let's go to gold. Look at gold. The overall direction for gold. Look at gold. The overall direction is what? An uptrend. Do you understand? Overall direction is an uptrend. So we've gotten a number one confluence. Which is what? Uptrend. Now what are we looking for? A higher time frame reactive zone. We have this resistance zone over here that got broken and retested. Do you understand? Break and retest on this resistance zone over here. We have number one, higher time frame bias. It's going up. Number two, we have a reactive zone, break retest on that resistance. Okay, now let me go to the lower time frame, 15 minutes or any lower time frame. In the 15 minutes time frame as well, we have our trend to be what? In an uptrend. We have our trend to be in an uptrend. Do you understand? We have an uptrend in the 15 minutes time frame, but we entered the cells before we could notify our 15 minutes reactive zone, which was over here. You can see this was a resistance zone. Price broke and retested. Do you get that? Price broke and retested this resistance zone. So we should have waited for this particular reactive zone. We should have waited for this entry confluence before we took the sell. Do you understand? And the confirmation for this particular trade when price started buying to the upside was this morning star candlestick confirmation over here. So if you enter the buy over here, you already be in profit to the upside. Do you understand? So this was a morning star candlestick confirmation over here. So this was why we hit SL on gold. Okay, because we didn't follow the directional bias in the higher time frame and then the entry time frame. That was why we hit SL on gold. I hope you understand that. You're welcome. That's so, guys. That's one thing you also need to start learning how to do. Once you hit an SL, go back to the trade, look at the trade, and know why you hit SL on that trade. Because let me tell you, if it was left to me, not to be, I don't want to be too arrogant, but if it was left to me, I wouldn't have hit SL on this particular trade because I was done for the day. The reason why I hit SL on this trade is I was rushing the entry. I didn't take my time to take this particular trade. If I am to follow every rule in my book, I wouldn't be hitting SLs. I'm not lying to you. Because I can take you through every single SL I've hit, and then I'll actually tell you why I hit that SL. Okay, let's go. This particular trade over here. I took the trade undermining this support level we had over here. I shouldn't have taken this sell over here because price was bouncing from this particular support over here. Overall direction was an uptrend. Entry direction was an uptrend. Reactive zone support. Entry reactive zone support. I shouldn't have taken this sell. That was why we hit SL on this particular trade over here. As simple as that. So it's when you know what you're doing, you know when you are going to hit a loss, you know when you are going to take a loss, you know when you are going to lose money. But when you don't know what you are doing and you are just playing cha-cha with the market, you are gambling. That's when you are going to lose a lot of money. You can see I lost money over here and then I recovered it over here because I knew what I was doing. Do you understand? Okay, let's move on to the next question. Um, Arabella Tales, what's your question? Arabella Tales, what's your question? Good afternoon. How are you doing? Yeah. No, no. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. Immediately you get the confirmation in your entry time frame or a lower time frame, like one lower time frame below, you just take the trade. Do you understand? You don't need to wait at all. Do you get it? Yes. So you need to calculate. What one thing you need to do is once price touches your zone, you need to put in your long position or your short position. Start calculating your lot size based on the stop loss pips you have. Immediately the confirmation candle closes, you take the trade. Do you understand? Yes. Have I answered your question? Okay. You're welcome. Okay, no problem, no problem. Guys, feel free to text me if you have any questions. Okay, I'll take text me on the Telegram page. I'll take care of your questions if I have not answered your question over here. Let me take Eddie Forex. Eddie Forex, what's your question? Good day. How are you doing? Yes. Yes. In the 15 minutes time frame, but if I'm in the 15 minutes and I see that price is moving, I see that price is moving. How do I say this? Price is moving away from my entry. I'll go to the lower time frame to see whether the confirmation has already happened. Do you understand? Yes. So maybe you can see, oh, this confirmation is getting away from my entry. It's already entering into profit. You go to a lower time frame below to see whether, okay, there was a confirmation already or it's just price moving away from your entry. Do you understand? Yes. Have I answered your question, please? Yeah. Okay. You're welcome. So guys, let me just take the questions and then that'll be all for this list. Let me just take your questions and that'll be all. The next question, Harry Love. Harry Love, what's your question? Yeah, good afternoon. How are you doing? That's good. Please, I can't hear you properly. Can you come again? I still come again. I can't. Okay, it's just 1 month. 1 month. Just 1 month. You'll be done in 1 month. Yeah, some of you reached out to me and you were asking how long it took me to be profitable in the forex industry. 4 months. 4 months, guys. Yes. So for those of you who were asking me the question, how long it took me for me to be profitable in the forex industry, it actually took me 4 months to be profitable, and then in the next 3 months, that's when I started seeing some real money, some real forex money. So altogether, 7 months. For those of you who know, those of you who have been with me in the past, I've said this several times. It took me 7 months to be profitable in the forex industry, and I actually self-learned everything I know. I had no mentors. I self-learned everything I know. So yeah, 4 months for profitability and 3 months to start seeing real forex money. So altogether 7 months. Let me move on to the next question. Yes, 7 months with consistency. I like that word. Yes, because I am the kind of individual that likes to put in the hard work in everything I want to. I want to become perfect in. So once you want to become perfect in what you are doing, trust me, it's going to benefit you. Okay. Um, let's move on to the next question. Bernard. Okay, Bernard has asked the question already. Moriafe Priya, what's your question? The same blueprint you use for the $50, you use the same thing for the $20. So you see, you divide the 50 by 3. So for the 20, you also divide it by 3. You understand? Yes. You're welcome. Next question. Let's go to sales network. Sales network. What's your question? Then after that, we go to Trade Titans FX. After sales network, we go to Trade Titans FX. Okay, sales is not with us. Trade Titans, what's your question? Trade Titans, come again. The all-time high over here. I don't get you. This zone over here. The price there. I don't get your question, please. Yeah. Are you asking if it's a valid zone? Yeah, it's a valid zone. It's a valid zone, but I don't advise you trading it over there because price created an all-time high over here. With gold, anytime it creates all-time high, it tends to give explosive movements. Do you understand? So I don't advise you to take. There's a valid order block over here. If you want to take this particular trade, you'll be taking your trade from this other, not this order block. This has been mitigated. You take the second order block over here. Over here, this is the order block you are going to take. Your structural liquidity is going to be around this region, or inducement around this region. Then you take the trade. But I don't advise you taking that trade because price already created an all-time high. It might cause some explosive movement at that zone. You're welcome. Let me take a few more questions. Jeff Goodman, what's your question? Because that's my entry time frame. If your entry time frame is the 1 hour time frame, you go to the 1 hour time frame after the 4 hour time frame. If your entry time frame is the 3 minutes time frame, you go to the 3 minutes time frame directly from the 4 hour time frame. Do you understand? Come again. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, because that's what I'm teaching you guys. I'm only teaching you support and resistance for the free mentorship. I don't teach other block and fair value gaps in the free mentorship. For those who want to learn, you would have to enroll for the private mentorship. Yes. Okay. Smart money concept is a strategy that has been there for a very long time, but one thing you need to do is you need to take it and add your modifications to it, like what I did. Yes, so I've also added my modifications to it to make it very accurate in my way, in my own way. Do you understand? For those of you in the private mentorship, your class schedule is out, so I'm sending it right now. So we'll be meeting on Mondays at 5 p.m., Tuesdays at 12:30 p.m., and then on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. I'm dropping the class schedule for you guys right now. So those in the private mentorship, go and check the group. You see the class schedule over there. No, we have different offers. So we have the $500 is for the one-on-one private mentorship. We have $100 for group mentorship. Do you understand? Yes. So we have different offers. So you go for the offer you can afford. Do you understand? If you can't afford any of them, go to my TikTok. I have tutorial videos on smart money concepts. You can go and watch it. Let's move on to the next question. Dennis Dogbevia, what's your question? Dennis, what's your question? Dennis Dogbevia. Okay, if Dennis is not with us, let's move on to Amua Prince. Okay, what's your question? Amua Prince, you are next, so get ready. Hold on, guys. I'm ending the recorded session over here so that it's not too long. So I'm ending it.